is what we have discussed yesterday, right? The text functions, all the text functions, right? Hello?
Yeah, Surya.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So we have discussed till trim, clean. Okay. Now we have the few functions in the like in the text functions itself, like exact. The first function is exact, and also text. Okay, and also dollar. So fixed and value. Okay. So these are the functions that I'm going to discuss. These are, of course, like trivial functions, but they plays a pivotal role, like while transforming the data. Okay. So if you recall yesterday's session, like we have discussed trim clean at the end of the session, right? So what trim is doing, which is removing the all the trailing spaces from a text string, right? See here, there are the multiple spaces between these two text strings actually. But if I apply trim, so it gives it remains a single space in between the words. Here also the same thing, X, Y, A, B, D, F. There between a too many spaces, but there is only one space left between the words. Here also the same thing. Okay, so uh, this is for the trim actually. So the clean is something which removes what basically which removes
Non-printable.
non-printable characters from the text strings. Correct? Now
Yes.
we'll use the exact. Okay, so we'll discuss the function called exact. Okay, so for example, I have two text strings over here, x, y, z. Okay, x, y, z. So now tell me, all of you, is these two text strings are same or not?
Same, sir.
Okay, same. Correct. Here, these two text. Sorry, sorry. Let me make it as x, y, z. If you look at these two text strings, to look at these two text strings, these also seems to be the same, right?
Yes.
Am I right or not? Right?
Yeah.
But to determine whether these two text strings equal or not, we'll use the exact function. See, exact. What is the function name? Exact.
Exactly.
So this is the text one. This is the text two. So it determines whether two text strings same or not. If these two text strings are same, it will return true, otherwise false. Okay, equal to exact of. Let's give text one over here and then text two over here. See what is happening? It is determining these two text strings are not same, but
Right.
these two text strings are same because the main reason is this XYZ I have concatenated with the char 13. So see here, char of 13. Char of 13 is a some non-printable character which we cannot see, right? So that's the reason which has given the false over here. So without exact function also, we can compare these two text strings. Okay. See here with equal to and equal to true. Okay. Let's compare this with equal to these two text strings. It also returns a false. Okay. Now I'll apply a clean function. Let's say exact of. This is the text one. This is the text one, comma, clean of. Okay. Text two. So I'm cleaning this. So we already learned that um, clean is something like which can remove the non-printable characters from the text string. If this clean is cleaning the non-printable character from this XYZ, then automatically these two things should be same, right? So let's press yes, true. That means these two text strings are same, right? By
Yeah.
applying the clean. So you will get to know clean is removing the non-printable characters from the text string. Is that clear, everyone?
Yeah, Surya.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the next function is text. Now the next function is text. Okay. So text is something to format some numbers and some date values we use generally. Okay. It is just to format actually. See here, equal to, for example, I have a number like this, 10,000. Let's say or 1 lakh or 10 lakh, whatever it is. So this is the number I have given. I want to format this number as with the decimals, like let's say with the decimals. This is the value. This is the value format test 0, comma 0 with two decimals. Right? See here, this number got formatted as with separated by commas and two decimals. Right? So this way, for example, I have a date. Control plus colon is the shortcut key. Okay, I'm writing over here control plus semicolon. We can say 2811. So I'll apply the text function over here equal to uh, text of. This is the value. Okay, so in the date, this is the DD. That means the day. Next is the That means month. This is YY. That means year. So for example, if I want to format this as only DD, can you please go on mute? Someone is talking. See, if I give the DD, so it is returning 28 equal to text of value of, see, Friday. So which is giving as a Friday. If I give text of value comma, it is giving as Friday, right? Next is something text of value comma, I'm just giving So which returns 11 equal to text of, this is the value. If I give 3 amps, it will return as a now NOV. Okay, if I make text of 4 M's, see, November, equal to text of value comma, DD, YY. If you give like this, so Friday, November 25. So text is the function that you need to understand is text is the function so that formats numbers and dates majorly. Okay, so we can use that. Next thing is there is a function called dollar. What is that? Dollar. Okay, equal to dollar of number comma, let's say two decimals, just give the two decimals. So which gives the currency symbol, in front of it. So it was defaultly set to rupees because we have set the India, right, in the country. So that's the reason it was showing as a rupee. Okay, but if you like give it as a like set it up as a US or UK version, the currency get changes. Okay, this is the dollar function does. Okay, so nothing major about the dollar function. Okay, that's what it does. Now let's say there is a fixed function, fixed of. So this is the number. The decimals I need 3. Do you want to commas or no commas? So just give the prevent commas. Prevent commas. Prevent is like no commas for that. Equal to fixed of. So these are like just to format these things. That's all. Okay, 3 decimals. Do not prevent commas. So automatically it is giving. Okay. This is how it works actually. Right. And there is something called value. So sorry. Value is something I told you one concept. So if I enter any number in the Excel sheet, it will align to the right side. Okay, if some number is aligned to the left side, that means it is formatted as a text. So if I give the text, see, this is the number, this is the text actually. Okay, equal to value of, equal to value of. See, it is asking for the argument for this function is the text actually, not the number. So if I give the number, see here, so nothing will happen actually. But the value function, majorly what it does is like whatever the numbers which are formatted as a text, if you give it, so it converts those things to a number. It converts those numbers, text values, like the numbers which are formatted as a text, it can convert to the numbers. Okay, that is the intention of the value. You got the point, right,
Yes.
everyone? So
Yes.
since like it is asking for the text, Okay, if you give some random text, for example, this is the text value I have given. Okay, so what will happen? It automatically throws error, hash value error. Okay, you got the point, right? Value function.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is about the text functions. So I'm just recalling you the entire session. So len, the first function in the text functions category is len, which is used to find out the length of a text string. So left is the function which extracts the number of characters from the left side of the text
Left
string
side.
or start of the text string. Next is right. Right is something uh, which extracts the text from a right side of a text string. And mid is something which extracts the uh, text from the middle of a text string based on the start number and then number of characters. So concat. So in the concatenation, like when we combine, concatenation is nothing but we combine the different text strings or different values. Okay, here we have the concatenate, concat, and then like we also can use the ampersand symbol, and then there is something called a text join. So
Text
text
join.
join is something like which we can do based on a delimiter. Okay, here also we can do the delimiter, but you need to concatenate it, right? C equal to, I'll just show this, A concatenation of comma B, sorry guys, concatenation of B and concatena- concatenation of C and concatenation of
Mhm.
comma and then ampersand symbol and then D. So if you look at the formula, for every cell I have concatenated with the comma. That's it. Okay. Next thing is substitute and replace. So we have seen the
Replace.
different applications yesterday, like when we have to use substitute and when we have to use replace, right? And then like find and search. So find and search are find and search basically what it does. Those two functions.
Find is a case sensitive, sir.
Mm-hmm. Search is
Non-sensitive.
not case sensitive. Okay, but the both the functions does the same thing, and then like which finds out the position of a text string in a text string, right? So then Karen code, which gives the ASCII numbers, like ASCII numbers exist from 1 to 255. So carries the function, like if you give the number, it gives the character. Code is something, if you give the character, it gives the number, right? Vice versa.
Yeah.
Trim and clean, like trim is something like which removes the trailing spaces, and then clean is something which removes what? Clean is something which removes what?
Non-printable.
Pages.
Non-printable.
Unprintable.
Non-printable characters. And we also have the few functions like exact, text, dollar, fixed, and value. So exact is used to find out whether two text strings same or not. Text and dollar and fixed, all these three functions are used to format the numbers basically. Value is the function which converts the text value to the number value. So that is all about the text functions, right? Any doubts on this topic? So um, if you want me to repeat any function or any concept in the text thing, like we can do that. Anything if you want me to repeat or if you want me to tell
Find
something.
find చెప్పరా సార్ మల్టిపుల్ టైమ్స్ ఫైండ్ యూస్ చేస్తాం కదా అది.
Very good. Okay. Okay. Let's take the same example or different example. I'll write it over here. See, this find is uh, so generally find what we'll do. I'll start from the beginning again. So equal to find off, right? Equal to find off. Find text is, for example, n. So this is the within text, comma 1. So it returns 1. That means n is at the first position in the string of Nalajala, right? Right? You all agree with me?
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah. So now let's say I'll just find out the position of L. Position of L. Find of L. See, L is in the third position, right? L is in the third position. For example, I want to find out the Jala. Okay. Yeah. See, which is in the fifth place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is in the fifth place. Okay. Just give me a minute. Yes. So we are at the C J A L A. That means like which is at the fifth position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you got the concept of the find, right? Like what exactly the find is doing, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if you look at this text string, there are the two LAs, LA and LA, right? LA and LA. Two LAs were there. Like this is the first LA. Let's think first LA. First LA. Find out the position of the LA. Find of LA. So this is the within text, comma 1. Okay. So LA was in which position? Third position. Right?
Third.
LA was in the third position. Right? Good. Now, if I want to find out the second LA. So what should I do now? Equal to find of, okay, find text is LA. So within text is Navajala. In this, if I give the start number, again, like it will start searching for the LA from the first character. Start number is 1 means you need to start search from the first character. 1, 2, 3, you will get the same thing actually. You will get the same thing. But if you change the start number is to the 4. That means already the first LA was at the third position. The first LA was at the third position. So from the next character is fourth character, right? If you start searching from the fourth character, you will find out that actually. So I'm changing the start number to 4. So which is 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The second LA was at the 7. But what I'm doing here, instead of manually giving this number 4, I am making function to find that out, that 4 number, okay, equal to find of. So find text LA, comma, within text Nalajala. In the place of the start number, I'm writing one more find of LA, find of LA, comma. This is the within text, comma, 1. So anyway, what it will return, ma? So if find of LA AU2 comma 1 means, so which is going to return 3. Okay, because LA was at the third position. Okay, I'm start searching from the next character. So if I give the +1, so this entire thing will become a 4. Am I right? Am I right? So 4. So LA Nalajala fourth position. That means which is you going to get the 7. Now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Then we will move on to the date functions category. Okay,
Surya, hello.
yeah,
Mid test mid.
mid
We will use mid only from the left side of the test or both the right side also.
mid function, right?
Yeah. Both sides we will use mid function
See,
from left
mid
and right.
is something, mid doesn't bother about the left or right.
Yeah.
There is
Okay.
no concept of left and right for the mid actually. So this is the text string. Okay,
No, Surya, from you will use from right side also it will alternate character will give now.
so you mean to say like if
A
it
B
has
C
to
D
count?
mid B C B from left side.
No, no, no.
From right
It,
side B C.
sorry, I didn't understand that. Can you come again?
No, Surya. If A B C D mid value means what it will be from left side B C.
Okay.
From
See,
right side it will be
there is a
C B.
value ABCD, okay, equal to
Yeah.
mid of, if I give, this is the text string. So if I
Yeah.
give the start number 2 and then the number of characters 2, yeah, what it will fetch basically BC, right?
B C.
Yeah,
Yeah.
equal to mid of, yeah, text, comma,
From
what do you want me to
right
write?
side. Right.
Right side. This way you want to find out this way. From right to left, you want to calculate the number of
Yeah.
characters, right? So
Yeah.
that's the scenario not possible. So if we want to write those kind of functions, like we can do by using the custom functions. We need to
Okay.
write the VBA code for that. So it's possible, okay? But
Okay. Okay.
the direct function is not available in Excel. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
okay. So you need
Okay.
to do what? You need to write a custom code for that and then utilize here in Excel. Okay, by using the
Okay.
VBA. Okay, now
Okay.
now we'll start with the date functions. Okay, we'll start with the date functions. Okay, yeah, in the text functions, like what are the things we have discussed? Exact value. So these are the functions we have discussed, right? Now date functions. Okay, so we'll learn the concept of date functions. Okay, uh, concept of then we'll jump on to the day, month, year, date. These three functions, and so these are not only the date. We also date and time functions. Okay. Then after we have hour, minute, second, time. Okay. Next thing is e-date, evo month, network days, network days.intl, and then workday, workdays.intl, um, weekday, week num, data diff. So these are the some of the functions that we are going to learn for the date. Okay. Mm. Shall we start? The date functions, the date category, date and time category functions. So remember,
Yeah.
so far we have seen arithmetic and statistical functions and text functions categories we have seen, and then like today, now we are going to discuss date and time category of the functions. Okay. So to discuss with the date and time functions, there is a small concept that I'm going to tell you now. See, in the Excel, basically, see here 28/11/2025. 28/11/2025. That is the today's date actually, right? Sorry, it's not 2015, 2025. See here, 28 is the day here. This is the month. This is the year. So generally in India, we'll write the date format like this. But in the US, they will write the date format like this: 11/28/2025. Okay. But in some European countries, okay, some European countries or some servers, like for example, SQL Server or any other databases, they write the date like this: 2025. Okay, 11/28. This way they write the date. Okay, but still see it automatically takes as a Indian system, right? But I have written the date like this: 11/28. Okay, this way European people write. So Excel is the global application. So most of the countries, everywhere, like in the financial reporting or anywhere in the reporting segment, they guys get to use the this thing actually, Excel. So, but Excel will get confused, like which version, like which format I need to use for the date. So for that, Excel always utilizes the Windows date format. Excel always utilizes the Windows date format. In the Windows, whatever the date format that you will set up, it will utilize that. Okay. So currently I'm in the DDMMYYY. So automatically it utilizes the Indian date format or DDMMYY format it utilizes. So the first point is it Excel utilizes the Windows date format. Windows date format, because you guys will confuse sometime, because like for example, mm, you are going working with some US guys. Okay, you got the date like this. Okay, you got the date like this: 04/05/1999. Now this date in India is May 4th, but this date in US is April 5th. Okay, that is the difference. So at the time you need to check the Windows date format, right? You need to check the Windows date format, which format it was set to be. Okay, otherwise like you'll get confuses. Okay, so that is the reason that I'm telling you. So Excel always utilizes the Windows date format. So whatever the date format that you have set up in Windows, that the Excel is also utilizing the same format, right? The second point in Excel calendar starts from Excel calendar starts from 01/01 1900. 1900. Excel calendar starts from 01/01/1900. Okay. So you may ask now, like, what about the previous dates? For example, 04/05/1867. Sorry, 1867. It supports actually. Okay. You don't need to worry about that. But Excel calendar starts from 01/01/1900. The third point is the third point is every date in Excel is a number in backend. as a number in okay. Every date in Excel is a number in the backend. See here 04051999 as converted as number. Actually, dates always align to the right side. See, since this is a 04051867, this was aligned to the left side of a cell. See, okay. This way it works because that is the reason Excel calendar starts from the 01011900. So don't worry, these dates also works for us actually. No need to worry about that. So we need to do some changes according to that. Okay, that we'll discuss something later on. Okay, now I told you right, Excel calendar starts from 01011900. 1900. Sorry, let me remove this. If I convert this as a number, the number will be the 1. The number is 1. See, the number is 1. This is the background number for this date. Okay. For example, if I make 0201 1900, okay, the number is 2 in the background.
2.
Okay. See, the number is 2. Similarly, it follows consecutively. For example, this is the today's date. Okay, 28/11/2025 is the today's date. So if I make this as a number 45,989, 45,989, right? That means uh, that means from 01/01/1900 to today date, we have 45,989 days. So you got the point, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the number will be increased. What is the number will be for tomorrow?
70. 45,990.
Correct. This number automatically increases day by day. Okay. So these are the three things that you need to remember for the concept of the dates. Okay. Now I'll start this. The date functions. We'll jump on to the date functions. Control plus colon. Control plus semicolon. Sorry. If you give the semicolon, control plus semicolon, so you will get 28 today's date, which is the shortcut key to today's date. Today's date. Control shift semicolon. Sorry. Control shift semicolon, which gives the time, current time. What is the current time right now? 10:41, right? So you can write like this, control plus shift plus semicolon. Okay. So it gives the current time. So these two shortcuts you should remember always. Okay. Control plus semicolon plus control shift plus semicolon. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we'll have the functions like today and now. Actually, I did not mention it over here, but these are the functions today. Today equal to today of. So far we have written many functions like arithmetic or statistical text function. Every function has some argument, right? Every function has some arguments or some parameters, right? But see here, I don't see any parameter for the today function. Can you see any arguments for this function? Hello?
No,
Yeah.
sir.
See,
No.
there is a function called now also, the same thing. Now, the function is now. This function also doesn't have any arguments now. See, if you give today, you can only get today's date. Today's date. If
Yes.
you give now, you will get
Time.
date and timestamp also. Okay. So these two functions we call them as a volatile functions. What do you call? volatile functions. So why do we call volatile functions? Okay, because
It changes.
these have a changing nature. These functions will have a changing nature. After some time, if you check, automatically this time updates. For example, tomorrow if you open this workbook, automatically the date also will be from the tomorrow. Okay. So you just need to do some change in Excel sheet. Automatically these recalculations will happen. So it shows the recent date, today's date. Okay. With the current time. Okay. Uh, so this way it's gonna work today and now. Okay. These are the two functions, right?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. Now I have the date. Okay. I want to extract the only day from this date. Okay. See, time automatically updated. See, 10:44. Here it's the 10:44, right? It automatically updated. So coming back to the day function. So equal to day of. It is asking for the serial number. Serial number is nothing but the date. So if I give the date, so which extracts the day of the date next month equal to month of. See, serial number. If you give the month 11, year equal to year of 2025, right? So if I want to make a date out of this three, okay, equal to date of, this is the year, this is the month, this is the day. So it can create a date, it can form a date. Now, time, okay, the same way. This is the hour, minute, second, equal to hour of serial number. 10 minute, 45. So 0 equal to time off. This is the hour, this is the minute, this is the second. 10:45. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mhm. There is something called a weekday and week num. Week num. So this is week num is nothing but the week number. Week number. So you all know like yearly we have a 365 days, some 53 weeks, right? So for example, let me assume this is the date value 28/11/2025. So what is the week of this date in this year? Okay, so week num is the serial number. So this is we are in the 48th week of this year. 48th week of this year. Next, something called weekday. What is this? Weekday. So it automatically determines today is the Friday. Today is the Friday. So it returns what day of this week. This is the sixth day. If your week starting from the Sunday, then this is the sixth, right? But if you want to change this, my week starts from Monday. My week starts from Monday. Weekday of, okay, serial number and like I was giving as a Monday through Sunday. Monday through Sunday. Then like this is the fifth day of my week. Fifth day of my week. Right? Correct or not?
Yes.
Then. mm, there is something called e-date. There is something called e-date. E-date is nothing but, like, let's remember this e-date as a exact date. Okay, e-date as, see, there are the two parameters, start date, comma, months. So this is the start date I'm giving. In the months parameter, in the months argument, I'm passing it as 1. Okay, 46019. So I'm making it as a short date. Next will be the e date of, this is the start date, comma, 2. 28/01/2026. Let me give one more example to this. E date of months will be 3 I'm giving. What happened? Equal to E date of, this is the start date, comma, 3. 46081. I'm just converting this as a short date, right? So this is the date, 11th month, 28th, 11th month, 28th November. If I add, see here, I have given months parameter 1. Okay, that means if I add 1, it is returning December 28. December 28. If I add 2 months to this, it is returning 28 January 2026. If you add 3 months, it is returning February 28, 2026. Right? So
Yeah.
now tell me, what did you understand out of this function? What exactly E date is returning?
టుడే డేట్ నుంచి మీరు ఎంత నెంబర్ ఇస్తే అది ఎక్స్ట్రా యాడ్ అవుతుంది సార్.
Exactly. It returns that particular date, right? Correct? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir.
So in the months parameter, whatever the value that we give, so it adds to the months and then gives the exact day in that month. Am I right or not?
Yeah, sir.
Everyone in the class. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mhm. Next, Evo month. Evo month of, this is the start date, comma, 1. Okay. So if I convert this as a short date, see here, Evo means end of the month. End of the month. See here, for this date, if I give the 1, that means it goes to the December. Currently, we are in the 11th month, right? It goes to the December. It returns the end of the month of the December. 31st, 12, 2025 equal to EO month of start date, comma, 2.
Cut to 1 January.
So, yes, if I add 2 months to this date, if I add 2 months to this date, so currently we are in the 11th month. So this date is in the 11th month. If I add 2 months, December, January. So
Jan.
for the January 2026, it is giving the end of the month. End of the month. Now, EVO month of start date, comma, -1. Start date, comma, -1. See here. See,
October.
start date, comma, -1. See, for this date, 28th November, if I -1 means it's going backward. See, 10th month, October. So it is giving the last day of that month, right?
Yeah.
So did you understand, guys, this
Yeah,
functions?
sir.
Edit and EO month. These are very important functions actually. So if you have any doubts, just ask me right now.
What about the year, Surya? How will we change year
See,
without using date and month?
one sec. So you want to change the year, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
without changing the.
Date and the month.
So we don't have that thing actually. So for that, like
Okay.
you can directly do one thing. Okay. So E date of this is the start date. You can just give the 12 months. Automatically the year will get changes every time. Okay.
Okay.
Short date. 28/11/2026.
Yeah. I
Right?
got it.
Yeah. So if you want to add 2 years for this, E date of
24.
start date, comma, just add the 24 months.
24.
Then
Yeah.
automatically it directly adds the, see, this way you can change it.
Okay.
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 Okay, that's all about the date functions. So not that's all, like we have the different functions to discuss actually. So now tell me, like, do you so far any doubts?
Yeah, it's clear, sir.
Yeah. For the
No,
last
sir.
5 minutes, like I'm leaving the session to you. Like now it's time for you to talk.
No, sir, it's clear.
Everyone.
No doubt, sir.
Okay. Good. Then I'm just I'm just stopping the